Hi, welcome to Rock and Metal Invasion. My name is Steve. Coming up on the show today, I'm going to do a room tour. So I'm going to show you my records, some of my CDs, books and magazines. Alright, so starting off with my records. So this is where I keep all my records. So you can see my records are here. So basically I've got them from A to Z, going all the way along here, down to here. And it's pretty much 80s hard rock or metal, through to early 90s, basically before grunge came in and alternative rock became more popular. And then over here, we've got sort of, this is kind of, or down, actually more down this way here. These are kind of records that have come in, I guess, over the last few years. So a lot more recent, or albums that were released after sort of 1992. So there might be some grunge in there, a bit of alternative rock, definitely some new metal, alternative metal, and also just stuff that's been reissued. So, things like Buck Cherry, that didn't initially come out on vinyl, but it's come out recently. This is a reissued Pearl Jam. Static X didn't come out initially on vinyl. Newer band, Memphis May Fire. So, yeah, just a whole... It's not really in any particular order. It's not alphabetical. So all that stuff is there. There's some more stuff over here that hasn't been sorted. A lot of 80s rock, but yeah, just hasn't been sorted into alphabetical order. So yeah, just the top row along here, and into here, and in here. That's all sorted. There's some more random things in here. And then if we come over to the other side. There's my stereo system there. It's the old Technic system. I bought it second-hand, not sure how old it is, but I think it's been around for a while. Here's some more records. They're just basically, again, not sorted, but it's still a lot of 80s rock. But yeah, also some newer things in there too. Again, 80s, 90s rock, real mixture of things in here, but just hasn't been sorted. And, basically, I could have got some of this stuff quite recently, or it could have been sometime in the last year or two even. It just hasn't, that A to Z collection I showed you before, I pretty much sorted those into that A to Z order, a few years ago, and I haven't really sort of changed it since then. So I've since then obviously got quite a few records, but I just haven't put them in the A to Z collection yet. Yeah, so, and then a few CDs here. A random collection of CDs there really, so pop, metal, rock, yeah, mainly metal. 45s here. Now these are in A to Z order. So at the moment I'm at the Fs, H, J. Yeah, mainly hard rock, a little bit of metal maybe, but a lot of hard rock stuff, 80s hard rock. Yeah, I've also got some more 45s over here. But these haven't been sorted, so these are all in random order. Dirty Tricks. Who's heard of those guys? That's a new one that's just come in. Well, it's not new, but new to me. Yeah, so so like I say, a lot of that stuff just hasn't been sorted. But it doesn't mean I got it that recently. I might have got it sometime in the last year or two, but yeah, again, I just haven't gone through and put things in A to Z collection yet. Because sometimes too, I put it away. Yeah, it's on my list of things to listen to, and it takes me a while to kind of get to it all. Yeah. So next thing I might show you is just I've got my books in here. So look, here's some magazines as well. So this is a magazine called Hot Metal. So this was quite big here in New Zealand and Australia in the early 90s. So this is issue 19, September 1990. So I guess it came out late 80s. I think I bought a whole collection of them quite recently. Well, when I say recently, sometime in the last year. And so most of the ones I've got are sort of in the early 90s, but it probably came out late 80s, I think. Yeah, and I've got a few more magazines in here. Actually, I've got quite a few magazines, but they're just not all out here. But yeah, some more hot metal, but there's also there's Metal Hammers in there. I quite like Metal Hammers and Kerrang. That's basically my cassette collection right there. That's it. I've got Killer Dwarf, Circus of Power. I've got 3 Circus of Power on cassette. Enough's Enough. And that's kind of it. Not that I'm not into cassettes, I just, yeah, prefer, usually if you can get it on cassette, you can get it on vinyl, so I prefer vinyl. So books, yeah, a few books here. Obviously, I had to have this one, didn't I? The Big Book of Hair Metal. Yeah, Hollywood Rocks. This is a good picture book, really. You know, so it doesn't have a lot of writing, but it's just got some great pictures. Classic Rock magazine. It's sometimes quite good. This is interesting. I just bought these quite recently. This is the Encyclopedia of Swedish Hard Rock, and there's, believe it or not, there's two of them. So this one is the first one, I think, and this one. Oh no, sorry, that's the second one. So that's volume 2. This is the first one. So I haven't had a good look through it yet, but it's pretty cool. And this is the Headbangers Worldwide Mega Book of Heavy Metal Bands. This is not easy to find. Yeah, it's kind of cool to have. So yeah, one of those things. It's kind of like reference books. You don't necessarily read them from cover to cover. Just look at them from time to time when you want to look something up. Of course, you know, internet's also very good for that. But yeah, I like to have some books as well. There's some more books over here. Now this is probably my #1 book of all time. I've bought it since mid-90s, whenever it came out, 96 I think, something like that. And it's been pretty well read, as you can see, but yeah, it's still good. This is, of course, The Collector's Guide to Heavy Metal by Martin Popoff. Yeah, so, you know, I'll be looking in here and I'll be like, oh, I wonder what, I might be listening to, say, Masters of Reality, and think, okay, I wonder what Martin thought of it. Oh, 10 out of 10, yeah, it is a good album, isn't it? So, yeah, great book. He also did the record price guide for heavy metal, which I heard was a lot of work and wasn't easy to do, and I can imagine, especially, yeah, we've got the internet now and just places, you know, things like Discogs, but for Discogs, this was pretty handy. So it's just good for looking up records. This is also good. It's kind of similar. It's like a sort of a book. It's the book format for Discogs. Also has a little bit of a write-up, usually about each band. So yeah, that's pretty good. But it's quite old. I mean, I've had that for probably 20 years. And this one, probably 30 years. That's the Guinness Who's Who's of heavy metal. This one came out fairly, well, you know, not as old as 20 years ago, but I don't think. And it's one of the rock detector books, but there's more than one of these. There's a whole series of them. This is the 80s rock one. I've also got, if I go over here, so I'll just show you some other books. So this is the top 500 heavy metal songs of all time. And this is Bang Your Head, Rise and Fall of Heavy Metal. Really good read, that one. And also, this is the other rock detector one I've got. And it's written by Gary Sharpie Young. Unfortunately, he's passed away, but he actually used to live in New Zealand, which is where I'm from. But yeah. All right. Yeah, I think, look, I'll leave it at that. Hopefully, it's given you a good idea of the things in my music room here. Now what I'm going to do, I'll take you outside. Well, I'll go outside and go to my back shed and show you where I film Rock and Metal Invasion episodes. Okay, well, we'll do that now. Okay, well, this is my backyard, and here I am, and this is my shed, and here we go. So, over here is where I usually film the Rock and Metal Invasion episodes. Sitting down on that chair there, and there's the posters that I have in the background. Now, yeah, you can see I have got more CDs here. In fact, most of my CDs are here, and most of these would be post sort of 1992, so not the hard rock, 80s hard rock stuff that I have on vinyl. Yeah, this is all sort of, a lot of it actually would be 2000 onwards. Yeah. And to be honest with you, I don't play a lot of this stuff. I tend to just kind of use it as a bit of a library. So I'll look through and go, oh yeah, this band here, yeah, that's right, I remember them, they were good. But rather than get the CD out, I might just go and stream it. But it's nice to have the physical format. That's pretty much it. I've got a few more CDs over here. Now this is my sort of hard rock stuff. So there's some 80s hard rock that only came out on CD. It was very hard to get on vinyl. So yeah, got a few there. But there's even some pop stuff up the top there. Pop rock kind of stuff. But CD singles. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, well that's the end of the tour. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back with a new episode very soon. Okay, catch you later.